and happy Wednesday. You've probably, hopefully, already watched my Wednesday video that I made. I'm really proud of it, and it's something that's really important to me and something that I'm always trying to get better at. So I hope you liked it. I worked all morning and I had kind of a tough day. Sometimes you get grumpy about stuff and you get salty about stuff and you get mad about stuff, and you just need a day to like be pissed. And then after that you can kind of get over it. So kind of getting over it now. I was just really grumpy today, but I'm generally a pretty happy person, and I don't really like to be in a bad mood and to feel myself being in a bad mood. So I'm going to attempt to remedy this bad day, and I'm gonna go to town and do some retail therapy and eat at one of my favorite places and basically just have a girl's day with myself. I save up all my tips and we use them for like date night and things that we like want to do but not things that we have to do. It's kind of like our fun money, and I've got a lot saved up right now, so it's kind of it's gonna be a little self-care. I'm trying to just like turn my own day around. So anyway, when you're having a bad day, what do you do? And if you do retail therapy like I do, sometimes, not all the time, but if you do retail therapy, what do you buy? Like, do you buy yourself like beauty products? Do you buy products for your home? Do you buy new clothes? I would love for you to tell me, fill me in, let me know what's up. So sometimes when I'm having trouble, like when I'm comparing myself to other people, I try to instead compare myself to the person I used to be. I used to be the kind of person that if I had a tough day, I would want to be with others. By the time I post this, Brian will be back, but Brian's on a TDY again this week, and it's just for a week, so it's not too bad. But with Brian gone, he's not home when I get home, and with having a bad day and everything, or not having a bad day, but just being grumpy, myself 10 years ago, probably even myself 5 years ago, would be like, I want to be around my friends, I want to be around people, I want to like call my buddies and be like, hey, do you want to go out and eat? Or hey, do you want to go to a movie? Or hey, do you want to go shopping with me, run into town with me? And now I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm getting more comfortable with being by myself. And I think some of that came from when Brian was gone over the holidays. And I think some of that is coming from me just growing up a little bit. And some of it's coming from being far away from family. I don't know. My first year of college, we all took the like introvert extrovert test to see like what we are and what we rank. And it was like a scale of like 30 one-way introvert and 30 one-way extrovert. And I'm not kidding you, I was a 30 extrovert. And sometimes I think to myself, like, I would love to take that test again, because I would love to know where I am now, because I don't necessarily think that I would be a level 30 anymore. I mean, I don't think I'd be like on the other side of the spectrum, but I think I'd be like maybe like a 25, maybe even a 20. I don't know. I think I've definitely gone down in my extroversion, but still extroverted, still like to be with people, still get my recharging and my energy from being with people and being around people and serving people. But as I get older, I do see the value and the excitement in alone time, being by myself, doing things alone. Honestly, some of that, now that I think of it, some of that might just be out of necessity, like almost like an evolution thing, an evolution of myself. Like I'm having to adapt to the life I live. My whole life I lived in a family that was in your face. We spent a lot of time together, and even if it wasn't like actively spending time together, it was passive. passive time together, sitting on the couch next to each other, riding in a car together, things like that. We're not like actively like, tell me about your day and let's talk about all of our deepest feelings and hopes and dreams, but you're spending time together and you're with other people. And then you're in school and you're around people all the time. And then I did theater, which is a very like people-oriented thing, and dance was very people-oriented for me. And then I go to college and I'm like living with all my best friends in college, and I'm around people all the time and going to classes with people and doing extracurriculars and things like that. This is like my life story here. Then like I'm teaching, so even if I'm not, maybe if I wasn't feeling extroverted that day, I would kind of have to force myself, because teaching pre-K, you have to be high energy, high excitement, and involved with what's going on. And so I would be excited and happy and cheerful and happy to be with my kids and happy to see the parents and things like that. And so I think some of it was like a necessity of my environment. But now I'm in a place where I have different days off every week, and I'm able to have alone time or less time with others. And in some cases I've had to because of Brian being gone. And I don't know, I'm rambling, but just some thoughts I've been having today. So I'm gonna go to town now. Probably gonna listen to a podcast. Do you guys like podcasts? I like podcasts. I'm listening to one, I'm like listening to them here and there, called Lexicon Valley, and it's about words and ways that we pronounce words. And the most recent one that I listened to was talking about a sound that millennial women, younger women, are putting at the end of their words. So, for instance, anyway, there's this whole podcast about adding and how like women my age add that to the end of what they say, and they used a lot of really good examples from pop culture, and I just really enjoyed like learning about that, because I love learning about language and things people say and things people say in this part of the country versus that part of the country. But then I also love pop culture, and so they were bringing up characters from Modern Family, which is a show I love, and they talked about someone that was on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, which is an NPR game show that I really like. So anyway, pretty interesting, and that's called Lexicon Valley. And I also love listening to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me by NPR. I just mentioned that, but that is basically a news related game show, like a current events game show, and they have like hosts on there. And a lot of times Brian and I will listen to that and like play along, which is really fun. And it kind of makes you like, I don't know, I listen and keep up with a lot of news and current events anyway, or I try to, but Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me kind of makes it so that like I'm like excited to remember things that I've learned throughout the week and like current events. So I got 2 pairs of jeans at American Eagle. I haven't worn their jeans in a really long time, but I tried these on and I love them. In American Eagle, I've always bought short. I am 5'4", but these in the short hit me perfectly. There's a little bit of stretch, and I got a darker wash and a lighter wash. I got this amazing shirt. They didn't have a medium, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna get an extra large because I want this shirt really bad. I love it. So cool.